Live, and there's the mic. How's it going, guys? Here we're on RouteTalk 2. It's me and Theo today. Sorry. Theo's from Humber College. He reached out to me when I put out the story, and I've been getting dusted on 2K and had enough of it, so it's time to move on to NHL. So here we are. Anything to say? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. So, yeah, we're just gonna have a discussion about. Sorry, a little cough right there. Sorry about that. Let me fix the Zoom. That's part of the reason with going live. Little hiccups. But we're just gonna have a conversation over some gameplay and we'll go from there. So like I was saying to you earlier, what I like to do when I play games against someone, well, I only play sports games, so I'll just say sports games, is random. So you do 3 randoms. 1 and 2, you can either pick between the 2 of them. But if you go for a 3rd random, you have to stick with it. Okay, and it's best of 2 or 3, and you can't repeat the teams you use. Maybe a little confusing. Maybe I'll put some rules up in the next one. But what I typically do as well is I go to a team I don't want to start with, and I go from there. So if you want to do the same, and no all-star teams, which is fairly obvious, I'd like to think. But yeah. I'll go. Detroit sucks. So, yeah. Let me know when you're good to go, and we'll do the first random. Yeah? It says you're on St. Louis still. There we go. Okay. Random 3, 2, 1. Montreal, not bad. Lots of lefties. Winnipeg, I'm gonna go a second time just for fun. Let's see. Wild, nope. Going to Montreal. Okay, do you want to go for a 3rd, or you can go with one of those 2? Okay, so that's confidence right there. That's how I know you play NHL a lot, so I'm worried. It's gonna be a possession game right here. Go ahead. You got Chicago. Haha. Not bad, some good skills, guys, but let's see where we can go from there. I'm gonna switch my jersey up though, so let's see what I can get. I like that one a lot. It's one I liked when I was younger. Which the black and white one that they wore in the winter class? Yeah, that one's nice. Are you wearing that one? Okay. Doesn't want to go exciting? That's okay. Okay, but yeah. Okay, yeah, good to go. Do we need any settings? Let me just check the settings quickly. Yeah, no, I'm not checking the settings. That's okay. We're all good. Yeah. Am I not clicking something right? Yeah. Okay, wait. Got it. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm a huge gamer. I still gotta work on some little tools and tricks for this. There we go. Is that me? Were we waiting for me right there? Yeah. Oh, okay. Sure. But yeah, like you were saying, so you went to Humber, and so one of the questions I get fairly frequently is sometimes people message me about whether they should switch programs or continue in the one they are. So for those that don't know, or even if you don't know, I took marketing, so I didn't take any sport management degree or we're starting, by the way. Oh yeah, you can see there. Yeah. So I didn't take any sport management degree or sport admin, anything like that. just involved and networked and stuff like that. So when I get these questions about different programs like Humber or undergrad degrees or master's programs, I'm not really the best to answer those. So if you can maybe talk about Humber a bit, maybe tell us what it's like. So oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So how many? When I looked online, maybe I wasn't looking at the right program specifically at Humber. Is it 1 year? Is it a few years? Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Ah. Yeah. No, no, that makes a lot of sense. And you're kind of touching on, going about with what your hobbies were and passions. So you touched on game and sports. Are you specifically interested in esports? Because that is where, Okay. Okay. Really? 13 what? Wait, what? Wait, what'd you say? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, yeah. How, mate, you're gonna have to tell me more about this a little later, or even send me some messages or links after this. But, so you're pretty good, no? So what's it called? League Gaming? Is that like leaguegaming.com? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Huh. So this, oh my god, sorry. What is it? So is this kind of like the EA SHL that's on? Okay. Oh man, that's tough. Cause I've played that a few times, and there's always like one or two guys that are really good, and then they don't pass the puck, and it's kind of just lollygagging out there. Or is this kind of more team effort and all that? Oh yeah. 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 Good. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And then, so I think it was, I don't know if you mentioned this yet in like during the stream. So it's period 1, 3-0. So if I beat you, would I like become like higher ranking, considering? Oh, a good thing I'm recording this, by the way. So it's streaming and we're recording, so I'm making it to the show too. Yeah, but. Yeah. See. Yeah, you do these crease passes, which is, I know they're coming too, but it's my guys, you know. We gotta work on this in practice. Yeah. Yeah. You just gave me a tip right there, so I'm warning you, man. Now it's game over. See, I like a little pressure, so maybe that's why I want to go down in the first period, come back. You know, I'm a big fan of Brady, Patriots, and no. Well, do you know who Tom Brady is? Yeah, of course. So Tom in college, you know, he had some articles written about him that they called him the comeback kid, because there was a quarterback ahead of him in his senior year that, you know, he was a prototypical, what is it? It's what you would want in like a franchise quarterback. Hey, whoa. No, I'm connected. I just clicked something by accident. Little disguise right there. Yeah, but so a quarterback came in that was a little younger, but he was more highly touted. Let's go. No? Okay. That's two guys I heard now. What is it? Yeah, but that in his senior year, he kept getting put as a second string, and then he would always have to come and clean the mess when the Michigan was down. So then Brady was starting getting called the comeback kid. So that's why I was referring to that little. I promise. I'm not trying. It's happening. Yeah, but so I don't know if you've see? Look at that. Carey. Big Carey guy. I'm actually a Sens fan, so but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess Detroit and Ottawa are kind of in a similar position right now, but I think Ottawa has interesting prospects, but you know Detroit does as well. So we'll see. Yeah, for sure. And then you're touching on what you want to do as a career in esports and. Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. But yeah, you should. I've actually there's someone last week who sent me an email with their CV to kind of give them some advice over it, and they kind of want to do something similar in the broadcast field, and I suggested them to listen to my podcast. I forget what number it is off the top of my head. Maybe around 5. It's with Quabina. So I actually went to school with him, and he works at TSN 1200 here in Ottawa. And now he's with Global News, and he's still trying to get into the whole sports casting network, and I think he'll get there. So that's an interesting podcast to look forward to as well. I'm trying to get some other people as well in the broadcasting field, but in terms of esports, not to continuously plugging my podcast, but check it out. I also, my second episode is with Dave Harris, and he's based in Australia, and he's actually a chairman on various professional esports clubs down there. Yeah, so he also, I think he's the executive producer of Australia's Next Top Gamer. So that's interesting to check out. I learned a lot. That I have a notebook here, and every episode, obviously, there's tons of notes, but that one in particular, considering I wasn't too familiar, still not necessarily am with esports, there's definitely a lot of things that I at least wouldn't have known initially without speaking to him. But yeah. 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 Wow. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. I guess, and then you're talking about broadcasting to esports. So, would esports broadcasting be something you're interested, or like the ultimate? So what's the ultimate goal? I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. No, I get that. And obviously, I have interest in esports just because I think that's where the market's going. I want to see where things, head, and you kind of want to be with the times and not, looking back on them. But obviously, I'm. One sec. We're gonna talk after this. Never mind. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So part of the reason why I want to do this stream, people ask me, same with the podcast, "Oh, you're trying to be Joe Rogan?" No. If it happens, that'd be cool, but I don't really have any interest in that. And it's basically just trying to learn new tools that, maybe depending what position I get into when I first start off, to kind of stand out and provide more value, right? And I'll plug again to the podcast, but on my episode today, it's with the senior vice president of international development with the Jaguars, and he touches on how a lot of young people, when they think about joining the sports industry, they continuously look at, I want to join hockey, for an example, because I love the sport and I love this team. But in reality, what you should be thinking of is, how can I provide value to this sport? And, put your emotional attachment aside. So one of the reasons with, trying out Twitch is, you know what, it may end up becoming the future, and a lot of, streaming, it may become the future, or it probably is now, and traditional sporting teams are starting to adapt and including it into maybe just their promotional branding, or even just any sort of thing like that. So I was coming up with ideas if I were to join a club, how to maybe stand out. But then, it's easy to put something on paper, but then when you actually want to kind of do it, it's much harder, which I learned doing this stream. Luckily, it only took me a week to figure it out, but it wasn't as easy as turning on the game, connecting a Twitch account, and going from there. So, yeah. Yeah. That's my sister saying dinner's ready. That's fantastic. You gotta love quarantine. But, yeah. No, I completely agree with that. And that's kind of something I've been learning as well, is you don't need that instant gratification that, maybe the world's kind of leaning towards now, where if you, I don't know, let's say you go for a coffee chat with someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that, that connection's gonna be leading to a job right away, nor should it. But who knows, maybe in 5, 10, 7 years, etc., maybe it leads to something. Or, maybe taking a course online during quarantine, you'll figure something out, maybe not be extremely useful or applicable in your life at the moment. Maybe in 10 years you have an interview and they say, oh, do you know how to do this? And you're like, yeah, actually I do. So you never really know, right? No, I completely agree with that. So, just going back in terms of things, if, I don't know, I don't want to say a little hypothetical, but let's go a little hypothetical here. You say, wait, one quick question. When I go quit the game now, what does it just take me to, do I need to invite you again? No? Okay. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, let's say there's a hypothetical. Let's use a genie. A genie comes to you and they say, Theo, where do you want to be in 20 years in the sports industry? What's your answer? Oops. Mm-hmm. But, so yeah, that's a good answer. But what specific, is there something specific you'd want to be with the team? Because so a color guy. Oh, nice. So, here, let's get this random thing on. I guess just stay on the same teams that we started with. So go with that. Okay, Florida. Mine was Florida. I'll go a second time. Chicago. Yeah, I'm going third as well. Okay, I have to go again. I have to go again. Oh, great. I got the Wild. Which is fine. If anyone from the Wild's listening, I love the Wild. It's, just under Canada, so it's fantastic. And if you're looking for someone to fill any sort of marketing, business development, partnerships, or sales positions, I'm open at Nascimento Marketing. You always gotta plug the brand. What color jersey are you wearing? Just so I can. You're wearing. Oh, I hate those jerseys. Actually, I don't. Oilers, if you're listening to this, I love them. They're actually not bad. I like the one that McDavid got drafted in better. It was kind of retro to when Gretzky was there. I prefer those. But yeah. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they're just touching on how, because the NFL had new jerseys come out a few weeks ago, and you can never go wrong with going retro. Obviously, you never know what's a hit versus what's a miss. But it seems as though a lot of people always are happy to get the nostalgic jerseys, I should say. Mm-hmm. If you were to get a jersey. Yeah. Well, you see a lot of the retro Raptor jerseys. So Raptors might be a bad example, but you don't see a lot of Raptors from early 2000s when Bosch was there. Those are jerseys you don't see too often. But the purple Dino Stomper. Oh, you like those? Yeah, I'm a big traditional guy in sense of I like the classic jerseys. So actually, well, I just like not traditional, retro jerseys, I should say. I wouldn't say necessarily classic. Oh man, sorry. Not bad, eh? Maybe the first one's a little decoy. Come on, you're way down low. Whatever. Okay. Maybe I can't go. Maybe I can't come out too hot. Maybe I gotta play a little sit back. What are you saying about the first two periods, man? Yeah, I gotta sit back a bit. Yeah. It's almost like life. But no, that's for sure. And that's even when you're playing sports in general. Patience. Oh, come on. Yeah. This is tough. This is tough. I don't know how I can continue doing these streams if I'm gonna go 0-2. Tomorrow's stream is with a Red Blacks player, so in the CFL, and we're doing Madden. So even if I'm not sure his skill level, but even if he isn't good at Madden, he'll be able to read coverages and the defense. So when he's on offense, we'll see how that's gonna go, because he's gonna read my defense no problem. Woo! Maybe I'm not gonna be too good for these streams if I'm always reacting like that. But yeah, no. So what was the last thing we were talking about in terms of, we're talking about the broadcasting, you're talking about how NHL can be different. Yeah, go ahead. What do you mean by that? Oh, okay. And how do you manage that? How do you get? Can't technically, sorry, before you get answer that question. Technically, so FIFA, right? You use FIFA as an example. A big reason why FIFA and NBA are so large is because of the fandom behind the sport, right? So soccer is worldwide, and I don't know if you've seen the Last Dance documentary with Michael Jordan, he made it global. And before, 1 second. Damn. I thought you were going to try to come back on this side. I was like, I'm not moving. Yeah. But yeah, so in the documentary, I think it's episode 10. David Stern, though, is it David Stern? Pretty sure. He was the commissioner when Jordan was around, and he was mentioning how when Jordan started, the NBA was in 80 countries, and then when he retired, they're in 215, which I'm pretty sure is every country in the world. So I think that has a big impact on how big a game is, right? Because you're probably not selling too many NHLs other than countries in Europe that play that play hockey. So, Australia hockey probably isn't selling too much there. Okay, so you mentioned quite a decent things that in my head I was like, oh, I have a question about that. So I think there's 3 right off the top of my head. So first off, you're saying what the game needs to do differently. So I'm going to say the 3 questions because I tend to forget things fairly easily because of concussions. But if you can remember and answer all these questions, that'd be great. So the first one would be, oh man, I already don't remember. It was, the game needs to have like certain fix, whether, so maybe answer that. Then it would be what you said, you touched on branding. So what would you do to, let's say you were in the role of being in charge of growing NHL 20 as a game. What would you do, or what would be on your agenda? And then the last thing was, you're saying how different teams are, you mentioned something about teams and how they're doing it differently, and some people are liking it. So maybe touch on what those things are, if that all makes sense. Okay. Wait, say that again? So where? And where's that? What? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. what would you do to brand the game, or like what would you? So let's say you're in the position of a new generation of NHL 20. You can kind of use the same framework, but what would you do to take? What would you do to take it to the next level? Mm-hmm. In terms of what? So that's a little broad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. And then, what was the last question? Oh, you're talking about how teams do things differently and some do them better than others. So, do you mind maybe touching on those points? Bigger as in like the amount of people participating? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I guess maybe to clarify, just for people who are more, traditional sport focused, you're touching on how they only open it up to Toronto. So would an example of that be in traditional sports where I think it was Tampa in the playoffs a couple of years ago, they only allowed people to purchase tickets who were a resident of Florida or the Tampa region. Is that where you're... Okay. Okay, nice. And this is all virtual, correct? So it's as if what we're doing now, it wasn't a... Because I know there's some tournaments that would be at a convention center and they're all playing, you're technically still playing online, but you're beside each other. I'm shutting you down defensively now. I'm shutting you down defensively. This is what you call man, why did I say that? No, I meant it. Whoa! Yeah, I know, but that's good stuff because that's a whole other reason why I wanted to even have this this stream is because the podcast I'm meeting some. Oh, man, this is stressful. Even just in this. So is that one of those? Sorry, before you go, the little move you were doing there, where you're kind of skating backwards into the front of the net. Is that one of these? Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I got that. Well, so you'd recommend going backwards more often than forwards, in the sense of, let's say you're in the offensive zone, and let's say I'm on the blue line actually, or the point. You'd recommend rather skating forwards and going from, the sidewall and coming up the middle, to kind of go from the middle to the sidewall, like let's say like what Carlson or Shabbat does, from Ottawa, where they take it at the boards, they receive it, and then they work it to the middle like that, or is that what you're talking about? Speed. What? Oh, okay, wait, sorry, we keep going on these tangents, but... Oh, like that? Just like that? Boom! So yeah, I'm more of a grinder. But I'm sorry. Well, what was the... Yeah. I know there's a couple controls. For instance, the the microbaro move, where they, one-hander. How do you do that? Really? Okay. So, a little L2. Hey, oh. So if you click L2. So another question I was gonna ask. Oh yeah. So you're touching on how you're on these games and you're doing the 6-on-6. You're fairly good. Actually, 2 questions. First, would you say you're top 600? Really? Top 500? 4? Oh. Well, where do you think I'm at? Top 300? Top 300. Top 300. Would you let me be on your team? What does that mean? You don't care? You should be like, yeah, man, you would help us. We would go to the finals. We would win. Of course. Okay. So, do you see any talent with me? Do you see any talent? You're talking about talent when you see other people. You see? Oh yeah, I like to come in hot. Man, this is chess, not checkers. My thing is, though, probably why I always come in hot is, well, probably my personality, but also just I don't know. It's a game, so I'm like, oh, let's have some fun. Let's see some goals. But I get what you're saying here. Do you I was gonna ask you this earlier. Do you switch your lines or do you let the computer do it? Because I've been switching my own lines. Really? Do you guys ever fight in like as in on the game in these 6-on-6? Really? Why's that? Or do you know if there's a reason why? Like zero, like was it 0-0? The score? Jeez. Yeah. So what position do you play when you play this game usually? Okay. Lefty or righty? Like the stick handiness. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, for sure. No, that makes sense. And then, I keep forgetting my questions. Next game, so we're gonna have to do a third game because winner takes all. No, no, because I'm also learning quite a bit. I'm sure, when this gets uploaded on YouTube, which will probably be tonight or tomorrow morning, people who watch this will also, gather quite a bit, see my skills. Hopefully, I get picked up by a team at Nascimento Marketing if you want to offer me a contract. But no, for sure. I'll be honest. So this is my third time actually buying a PlayStation. I had one initially when around the time it came out. I forget if I was in high school or something, but so I had one then, and then I got rid of it in first or second year of university. Improved grades. And then I've been so busy recently, but quarantine. I was like, maybe playing a game here and there wouldn't hurt. But my huge thing was, if I was gonna play PS4 again, I want it to be, in my eyes, productive. Because you can go down that rabbit hole of PlayStation and be on there forever. So that's where I came up with the stream idea and trying to touch on all this. But yeah, yeah, go ahead. Mhm. 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 Wait, you'd finish first in the world for what? Wow. Oh yeah. I actually know that. I think I did that when I was in high school. Like I think I did it twice, but still. Mhm. Mhm. Wow. Yeah. Nice. That's good stuff. It says you're still currently in the game. No worries. No, that's good stuff. This like I think I've said this to you before, and I'm sure I've said this to whomever is gonna come on this stream. Another whole objective of this stream is by using the platform that I'm creating for myself. Here quickly, let's just do random one. Whoops. I clicked settings. Where's random? What's random again? Oh, there. Yeah, there. Got it. Okay, Vancouver. Oh, I like that. Wait, who'd you get? Okay. Oh, Vancouver and Tampa. Wow. Okay, I'm going Tampa. Oh, I know why you're doing that. You're like, oh, I'm gonna be interesting. You're trying to be interesting. It's fair. Yeah, but you're Boston. Wow, that's great there. I'm gonna go with the black Vinny jerseys. Oh, they don't have. Oh, they only let me do white. Can I go? Can you go white? No, I'll stay white actually, because I have my name tag right over here. Just pointing at it. Yep, it's in white. At Nascimento Marketing, Christopher Nascimento, always plugging. But yeah, I'll stay white because my name. Yeah. 1 second. Got it. Ready, team. Yeah. Yeah. I guess for this third game, or actually, wait. What I was saying before we started doing our teams was, I think I've said this to you and like all the other people that I have on the Excel sheet for streaming, is that one of the big objectives of this as well, just providing exposure to people's routes. I like to say, kind of why it's called RouteTalk, and you're talking about what you're doing and where you're going. So it is your career route, is providing exposure and showing the different avenues people are going to get where they want to go. So it's great that you're sharing all this, and maybe during this game we can go what's something we haven't talked about as much. How about let's talk more about let me get this face off first. Yeah, no, never mind. Let's talk about your degree, right? So you're talking about NHL 20, you're talking about esports, and you're perfecting your craft there. But obviously you want to get involved in traditional sport in some sort of fashion as well. So what type of things are you doing to get involved with a team or networking, or what types of things are you doing there, or is that something you're looking to improve on? Hello? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, a little bit. That's gone now. Nope, it's back. Yeah. It's gone. It's back. Yeah, it's good. No problem. Okay. Oh, really? I actually had some from the Ice Dogs in the pod. As in with the team, like check out the team? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there anywhere... Sorry, go ahead. Yeah. Well, what I like to say, and what I've been saying to those who've been asking, is that it's pretty shitty. I'll even say shitty that the times we're in, especially with quarantine and the whole pandemic, and hopefully everyone's doing all right. But it's a great time to be networking because everyone has much more free time. So if you shoot someone a message, hey, like, my name's Theo, I do this, and this, and I'd like to have a coffee chat with you to kind of learn more about you because of A, B, C. And now more than ever, you probably have that opportunity to execute on those potential connections that maybe those executives wouldn't have had time initially to do so. Yeah. Yeah, but I agree, and don't get me wrong. I know maybe with the way it's marketed, that I've been doing this like this throughout my whole academic career, but I only started doing this later on in my academics, and that's why now when I'm done school, it's more it's set me up a little bit better. But putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, that's when a lot of like the best things happen because you're not doing the same typical day-to-day stuff. So, I had the same issue, and eventually it just hit me. It was actually like, oh, come on, man. That was garbage. I was doing so well. Yeah. I eventually just hit me. I'm like, you know what? If I actually want to take this sports, a career in sports seriously, and work in marketing and the business side of a team, I'm really gonna have to push myself much more, make myself uncomfortable. So this whole branding idea, very uncomfortable at the start because initially I was gonna make it a name that wasn't attached to me. I was gonna put my name on it. I wasn't gonna have my face in anything because it's the more comfortable thing. You don't want to be vulnerable. Well, that's why I did it because that makes you being uncomfortable leads to great things. So now I'm used to it. Now I'm streaming with you. We're on camera. I'm posting stories with my face, and doing these short videos, and yeah, like it doesn't like I think I even told someone that I wanted to do a podcast in the fall, and I shit you not, sorry for the language, they literally laughed, and then I was like, I like to chip on my shoulder, but I won't forget that, and I actually love it because it's being able to prove someone wrong. So now you're almost like making a little competition of your own in your head, and sometimes that's what people need to, like, that fire in your belly. So I think sometimes too, I know what you mean, it is uncomfortable, especially for someone being a high executive. You don't necessarily want to upset them or bother them in any sort of way, but that's how you'll move up and move on and meet people, because it's all about who you know, right? And it is such a small industry. Mm-hmm. Damn. Yeah, I know. No, that's true. But yeah. So you're touching on. Oh yeah, the thing I was gonna ask you. Sorry, I keep getting all over the place. I'm trying to focus so I can win. Um, you know, if I win, I will be buying a plaque saying top 200 player in Canada. No, I'm just kidding. I'll have it on my bio though. No. Yeah, exactly. You know, you never know who you're gonna meet. Maybe that's why this whole stream is a great idea to meet people. But what I was gonna say was, you're touching on the internship and looking for these different opportunities with these teams. So you were talking about the business side. I got a degree in marketing, so I'm leaning towards, for my career, more marketing, sales, business development, partnerships, because it's building relationships, providing value, etc. What type of departments or positions are you more inclined to, I guess you can say, or interested in? So, but the thing is, though, you're touching on commentating, and it seems as though, maybe just from my perspective, that maybe that's a little avenue to look into a bit more. Maybe, for instance, like you're saying, you're fairly interested in esports and NHL 20 as a whole. You could even make like a whole YouTube channel, or whole portfolio of just commentating on these, or creating a stream, or whole not podcast, playlist, on YouTube. There's just like your portfolio of commenting and showing your skills and developing themselves. Because you don't necessarily need to have games on to practice that skill, and it's something that you just get better and better at. Damn, how did he let that in? Oh, nice. I definitely think once that happens, it'll open up a bunch of opportunities for you. Sorry. That's why Nike has that great slogan, just do it. Man, I'm lagging right now, so I don't know if you are or not, but no, I am like right now a lot. Something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I don't want to be constantly bombarding you with quotes that I hear, because that's what my notebook's for. But you know Casey Neistat, the YouTuber? No. Okay. So I watched him when I was younger. Still do if he has things that come out. But I actually started off in accounting. So ever since I was 5, I was like, I'm gonna be an accountant. I'm going to go to school, get a CPA, work at one of the major 5 firms, and then open my own accounting practice. So that was my plan since elementary school. Sounds odd. And for that firm, I was going to focus on, helping athletes with, accounting, financial, taxes, etc. But then, once I was in accounting and I was working in accounting, I was like, I can't do this for 50 years. I don't. Not that I didn't. I was, it just didn't spark my interest. You know what I mean? You want to come to work passionate about what you're doing, and you don't want to feel like you're working. And I realized that I wasn't going to be happy, like, long term, if this is what I was going to do. So, that's when I kind of hit a wall. Wasn't really sure. I knew I wanted to be in sports, and I knew I loved business, but I wasn't sure exactly what. And then everything started kind of falling into place, whether it's from documentaries I was watching, movies, everything I was watching, it always come back to sports marketing. And I was watching a romantic comedy, and one of the characters was was working at a marketing agency, and they're doing an ad for Nike. So everything as a whole was going back to sports marketing. And it finally clicked. I'm like, that's what I want to do with my life. But one thing that helped me with that is Casey Neistat, which I mentioned, is he said when he was younger that when you don't know what you want to do something you absolutely hate, because while you're doing that, not saying I hated accounting, but I didn't like it when I was working in it. Anyways, when you're doing something you don't want to be doing, the only thing you'll be thinking of is what you'd rather be doing. And that kind of helped me, where I was starting to have a notebook beside me, and I was writing all these ideas that, I want to apply this to, because the Senators were starting to do bad. So that's another thing that opened my eyes. I'm like, how would I get more people into the stands? So maybe that's something. Maybe try something you don't like, and then it'll click. You're like, whoa, this, or maybe just try anything, and maybe if you don't like it, it'll just lead you that much closer to where you want to go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 No. Yeah. And maybe this is personally, I don't enjoy backup plans because it's effort energy that could be used on the main plan. So that's why I tend not to have backup plans. But I did as well when I was younger as well. And now that I kind of more centralized what I want to do and pretty focused on it, that helps. But you never know. And I had once again, shamelessly plugging, I had a guest that I had on my podcast. Oh, we're lagged. Nope. Yeah, and I think his podcast will be coming on the next few weeks. And he's the commissioner of a basketball league in Canada. But he actually started off by going to he actually went to George Brown, like yourself, but took a career in social work. And then, he had a basketball podcast on the side because that's what he was passionate about, like yourself, hobby, and that's what he, would do on his spare time. And then, he started getting integrated into those circles, and, meeting lots of people and getting some connections, and then maybe helping out here and there. And then when a new opportunity came around, they're like, "You're our guy for this position," and then he grew within it. So you never know. Maybe you'll let's say you start in sports, but then you'll end up as a sports psychologist or even a dentist. Maybe, I don't know. Like. Mm-hmm. Well, the basketball. What I was saying for the basketball, I was connecting that to you in the sense of his passion was basketball, whereas yours on Earn Your Spray Time is NHL 20. So where he had a basketball podcast, you have top ranked NHL 20 streams or talents as well. So there's two different avenues that you never know where they'll lead. Like you're saying how you met that OHL player on a stream. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet someone else on the stream that will leave. Oh my god, that was filthy. How do you do that one? Sorry. So it's just L2 and right stick? That was a forehand shot. That's weird how it got so tight though. Damn. Okay, nice. Good for you. Good for you. But yeah, no, that's good stuff. But yeah, so it looks like the stream is about to be ending soon as the game's coming to an end. I won all three, obviously, just like every other stream, undefeated. Yeah, do you have anything else you'd like to share or touch on, or anything else you wanna? Sure. Excuse me. Damn. Sorry. No, that's great stuff. One thing I was gonna add: is there any social media channels? I know we put this in the Twitch description, but do you want to shout those out now? Yeah, that's good stuff. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and all other platforms at Nascimento Marketing. So right there. It's on all platforms: YouTube, Twitch. What else do I have? Twitter, Instagram, etc. It's actually how I got in contact with Theos. So it's a great tool, even though you may just see it as a, something to, look at in pictures and like. It's a great tool you can use to network with people, and even NHL 20, like Theos was saying, how he connected with people on there as well. So that's great stuff. Appreciate you coming on, and yeah, of course, man. I'm sure we'll do this again once I get through this list that I have. Maybe we start having some recurring guests again, and maybe I'll give you another chance to try to beat me next time. But yeah, man. What? I'm actually number one in Canada, but I don't like to brag. This was a decoy. Yeah, EA Sports, if you want to sponsor me at Nascimento Marketing. Yeah. Well, what was the score of this game? 5-0? 5-1. Oh, that's tough. What was the last one? 7-1? And the one before? Oh, I scored the first one too. Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. Also, the first game was my best game. Damn, I felt like I played well in this one. You got some lucky bounces. Yeah. Thank you. Do we have anything else? No, I think that's about it. If you don't mind, Theo, stay on the call for a few more minutes. I just want to grab some information. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to be having more Route Talk going forward. I'm actually streaming tomorrow. It's going to be after 7 o'clock or around 7 o'clock with an Ottawa Red Blacks player. So we're going to be playing Madden, so check that out. And yeah, follow me on all platforms at Nascimento MKTG, which is marketing. And yeah, message me about whatever, advice, anything like that. Or if you want to get in contact with someone like Theos or someone I had on my podcast, by all means, I'll do my best to connect you guys and help you out in whatever way I can. But other than that, thank you guys for joining. And that's the end of the stream. See you guys next time.